Hello, it's another crazy video from the Angry Photographer. I had to give a huge shout out to William Sawtell. I really appreciate you, and thank you to Rip Campanella and Mark Ouellette. So Mark Ouellette, Rick Campanella, and William Sawtell, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. I wanted to talk to you about something I've been using since the 1980s. I've had to go through 3 of these. It is made out of real leather. It's a genuine Nikon accessory. Now there's a new one. It's called the AH4 hand strap. It's a version that's made in Korea. And it's only slightly different than this original one, which has become extremely hard to find except on B&H. Some other spots. It is extremely adjustable. It does not fit so well if you're using a vertical grip. The reason being is that it has to actually tension underneath the vertical grip, and that places the hand pinch in a difficult position. But I haven't, this is obviously a very subjective premise, but I haven't been able to live without one, quote unquote, now for the, God, how many years has it been? 25 plus years. They're just extremely handy, haha, pun intended. Extremely adjustable, it's genuine leather, it's a genuine Nikon accessory. On the bottom, I'll take it off here. You actually have a tripod mount. It screws into your primary tripod socket on your camera via this big wheel, and you also have a regular camera strap latch over here if you need to drop it around your neck for a while, although I've never actually used that and I thought it was very unhandy dangling it off. But you bring your hand in. It'll take you about 15 minutes to get it adjusted perfectly to your hand. You tension it here, bring it over here, Velcro it there. And then you've got this number. Attaches via one strap up here. It's all leather. You can't get it from B&H. There is an extremely good, it's called the AH4-2 hand strap. And it's a copy, but it's made in Korea, and it's also leather. It's very slightly different design than this one, but it's essentially the same thing, and it's extremely cheap. And it's made in Korea. So, I've used one once. I've not had one because I've still got a couple of these. I've had to replace 2 of these because I've actually worn the leather out. I should have actually been applying a leather oil the whole time to it, because when you're out doing like a shoot in a really hot spot, what happens is you'll develop sweat underneath your palm, and eventually corrodes, destroys the leather. But anyway, extremely, no pun intended or intended, an extremely handy accessory. I love it. If I'm going to go around doing a street shoot and I've got a mid-range zoom or a nice prime, obviously it's not for a long telephoto. I absolutely love these. It's also an anti-theft tool. It's an anti-drop tool. You literally have to undo this and loosen your hand to get your hand out. So if you're going to be doing a bunch of walking around, it's a perfect photojournalist tool. This is, if you were shooting concerts or fairs or get-togethers or, I don't know, state fairs or whatnot, actually having one of these is just incredibly handy. You can actually concentrate on doing something and not worry about dropping your camera or it dangling around your neck. It's there, and when you want to grab onto it, there you go. So I highly recommend. I think the original like this is rather expensive. The original AH4 hand strap, I think they're currently going for $70, $80. B&H has them. Now the AH4 Mark II, which is just the newer version, is very cheap. I think they may have it on eBay for $20 or $25, and they're also leather. They're Korean copies. It's not cheap Chinese junk. So you should think about grabbing one of these, especially the 2 version. You can't go wrong at $20. I mean, I really do think you'll love it. It saves you from dropping your camera, especially if you're out in doing a concert or a fair or a get-together or a state fair or something like that, where you know you're going to be doing a bunch of random shots here or there. You've only got your hands free. It's an anti-theft tool, up to a point, obviously, and keep you from dropping your camera. Even if you got insurance on your camera, you still don't want to drop your camera because you're going to break your lens, and a lot of you don't insure your lenses. I mean, some of you do, but consider getting the Nikon AH4 hand strap. This is another video from the Angry Photographer, and I need more caffeine in me, then I'll be a little bit more angry here in a little bit. So as the videos get angry and angry, that just means I'm consuming more and more coffee. If you like this video, you can send me a buck or 2. You can tell me to go screw myself or what cliff to jump off of, and I will kindly take your note to make these videos more short and concise because I know sometimes I flap my lips too much. Obviously a fault that I have. But anyway, at least I'm making good recommendations, and all of you seem to be happy so far, and that makes me happy. Sorry that the lens prices have gone up on some things, but that's not my intent. My intent is actually save you money, but when things get popular, they get popular. I have no control over that, obviously. So, see you later in a few seconds. More videos coming, and I'll try to keep them short and sweet, or at least shorter. Maybe not as sweet, but shorter.